Good morning, taste buds, and happy 4th of July. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. I'm here in my backyard getting ready for my Independence Day weekend cookout. Want to know what's on my menu? Well, then stay where you are because all will be revealed today on SoFlo Taste. How fun is that? Happy birthday, America. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein coming to you from the Goya Outdoor Kitchen in my backyard. We are in the middle of the SoFlo summer. Therefore, we are in the middle of cookout season. So to celebrate America's 247th birthday, I thought it would be fun to make an Independence Day fresco feast for you. So let's get cooking. The first thing we're gonna make are ribs. I was kind of between baby back and spare and St. Louis, and I went over to my friends over at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, and I said, what should I do? And they told me that these St. Louis ribs, which happen to be absolutely stunning, would be good for my cookout, and you could ask them what would be good for yours. They've got everything from chicken, beef, pork, lamb, seafood, and so much more. They're at 4191 State Road 7 in Hollywood. You can't miss them. They've got a big chicken on the roof. You can visit DelawareChicken.com or call them at 954-983-6831. Place an order. Tell them Michelle sent you. So let me show you what I do to make ribs. And I know this isn't like the Bible of how to barbecue, but it's what I like to do at home because it's easy and clean and delicious every time. First, I'm going to make a really great cure. I've got some kosher salt. I've got onion and garlic powder and a little smidge of curry powder. No one would ever know it was there. I got brown sugar and smoked paprika. So mix up all the spices for your cure. Make sure they are very evenly mixed. And then go ahead and very generously season up your ribs, no matter what kind of ribs you're cooking, on both sides. I didn't even clean these suckers, I just went for it. Then you're going to go ahead and take a big piece of foil. Now there's two schools of thought. You can either go straight into the foil or you can put a piece of parchment paper in here and wrap it first in parchment, then in foil. It's up to you. So I'm just going to go ahead right on the foil. Put this in here, and I love keeping this overnight, by the way, in this little cure. It just gives it more flavor. When you're ready to grill, make yourself a little package. And throw this sucker in the oven. You're going to cook this at about 300 to 325 degrees. It's totally up to you. It takes at least 1.5 to 2 hours to get really good and tender. Now, I'm not talking about falling off the bone tender because I don't want that. I want those bones to stay there, right? I just want it to be so that a fork can go in without any pressure. So really nice and tender, but not mushy, all right? And then it turns out like this. Okay, these were cooked this morning until really nice and tender. Next, heat up your grill. I've got mine set right now at about 500 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and start grilling this, and as I get really good crispy grill marks and a little bits of char, which I love, then once it starts to soften up a bit, because it's already got a little bit cold, it's going to soften up, it's going to get really crispy. Then I'm going to start basting it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Now when it comes to barbecue sauce, I'm going to leave that up to you because you all know what you like. Right on the grill, by the way. You see all this good fat? This is all the pork fat from cooking. You don't want to take that off. That's going to be very happy. So like I said, you choose your barbecue sauce. This spice mixture that I have created is good for everything from vinegar, mustard, to a sweet barbecue sauce. So you choose your favorite. Go and get some because you're going to need some for these ribs. Come right back so we can make a succotash. I'll see you soon.
To get a taste of what we made on today's show, at least two-dimensionally, go to SoFloTaste.com. It's the be-all, end-all of SoFlo Taste.
Come back to the Goya Kitchen at J.A. World, Michelle, and the food. This is SoFlo Taste.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste and My Backyard. All of my recipes, including today's, are available on the SoFlo Show's webpage. Just scan this quick response code for immediate access to the SoFlo's show page. Also, you see this QRC on the ingredient list throughout the show. Now back to the food. All right, I'm doing the fun stuff. We've got beautiful markings all over these delicious St. Louis ribs. I'm using kind of more of a sweet hickory style barbecue sauce because that is the family favorite. Get it all on there. And then let's flip this beauty over. Oh yeah. This will be ready in seconds. All right, the next dish I wanted to teach you is a succotash, like suffering succotash. However, I thought, you know, it is summertime. I think a grilled scallop over succotash would just be delicious. So I've got some scallops here. They already have a little bit of oil on them. I've skewered them. Our skewers have been soaking in water overnight so that they don't burn too much. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper on them. And on the clean side of the grill, I will put these on. Never to touch the ribs. All right, let's go ahead and take the ribs off. And there we have it. Look at these beauties. They are just gorgeous. Okay, let's start the succotash. And I've got a lot of different things going on here. You can add or subtract as you wish, but let's jump into it and then I'll explain it. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in the pan and a little bit of butter as well. Start out with some red onions because onions are so good in succotash. I also have some scallions here, which I'll put half in now and half in a little later. We've got some bell pepper, a nice small dice. I like to cut everything about the size of a kernel of corn or a little bit even smaller than that. Next is the corn, fresh corn kernels. And these are what you need to start cooking first. We're going to season this up with salt and pepper. Give it like 2 minutes and then we will add the rest. So you are in my house, you're in my backyard. You can hear planes, trains, and automobiles. You can hear dogs, maybe cats, definitely peacocks, and there is some kind of a chicken that lives around here somewhere, from what I've heard. And you might even hear children, which I hope for. Let's take a look at the scallop. Yep, these are ready to flip over. Just looking for some nice grill marks. We're trying not to overcook them. Obviously, cook them just all the way through. All right, corn is cooked a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and add, this is some yellow squash. If you don't like yellow squash, you can add zucchini. If you don't like that, then don't add either. Let's finish this up with some tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes. Maybe they're grape tomatoes. Anyway, they've been cut in half. I love beans in my succotash, and I love edamame, and I always have it in my freezer for, you know, whatever kid might be coming over, or for my son Zach. So I thought a little bit of edamame would be lovely for texture as well as color. Let's finish it up with the rest of the scallion, some fresh chopped parsley, tarragon. I'll season this baby up a little bit more. When you come back, let's marry everything together. Another recipe in a moment, so come right back as we celebrate America's birthday.
For more information on today's show, or to see a previous episode, or just to ask me a question, please go to our website, SoFloTaste.com. It's your one-stop shop for everything SoFlo Taste.
We'll see what's cooking on SoFlo Taste right after this.
Coming up right after SoFlo Taste, it's SoFlo Home Project with me, Elena Capra, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste. Usually I'm coming to you from the fabulous JA World, a great educational venue for our kids. For more JA World information, visit jasouthflorida.org or call them at 954-979-7100. Now back to something good for your cookout. All right, everyone, this is our gorgeous, gorgeous corn succotash. I threw a couple of lemons that are cut in half on the grill. Let's go ahead and serve these beautiful scallops. Now you can keep them on the skewer or you can take them off. It's really up to you. And you can either squeeze the lemon or you can serve it on the side. Let's go ahead and close that up. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over the top. And some crunchy, crunchy sea salt. Yum. And there you have it. Beautiful grilled sea scallops with succotash. Yay! These are beautiful and they will go deliciously with the drink. Now, I know this drink is not very American, but I grew up on this. Well, when I was old enough to drink, I started growing up on this. It's called clerico, and it is a white wine sangria, and it is one of my favorites. We always drink it in the summer because of the summer fruit availability, and it's really, really yummy. Now, if you want to make this for the kids as a non-alcoholic, I suggest you do some white grape juice, and of course, the Sprite or any type of a good lime soda, and it's really refreshing and delicious. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is combine and macerate some of this fruit with sugar. So we've got cut up apples. You can also put some cut up pears, which are really delicious in there. Some strawberries that are sliced. Blueberries. And I really like to fill it up with as much fruit as fits in here. A few slices of lemon. We've got gorgeous cherries that have been pitted and cut in half. Thank you, Amanda. Whoopsie. And then some slices of orange. And I'm just going to put a little bit of sugar in there. It doesn't need much because it does have the soda, and just kind of macerate it together. One time in Argentina, I'll never forget, I was making clerico and my cousin was handing me all the ingredients, and we invited a bunch of kids to come over. Kids, I mean, 20-something-year-olds to come over. and have some clerico and barbecue with us. And the first sip of clerico, we all spit it out. It turns out we use salt instead of sugar. Not very delicious. All right, let's put some more citrus in there. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do after all that goes in is pour in any good white wine that is not that expensive. Trust me, you're gonna dilute it with so much stuff, it doesn't need to be expensive. I love Sauvignon Blanc, I love Pinot Grigio for this kind of idea. So let's see if it'll all fit in there. Yeah, great. So what I would do is really put that into your fridge for a couple hours and allow that to really macerate and let all the flavors come together, because it's going to be so much more delicious like that. And then you can also, by the way, add some fun herbs to that, like bay leaves or basil, mint, whatever it is that you might have around. And then before you serve it, go ahead and open up your lemon or lime soda and add it to your clerico or sangria right before you serve it. And there we have it, a delicious white wine, let's call it a spritzer, to finish off our 4th of July. Come right back. Come on back for the best part of this recipe, the tasting, when SoFlo Taste cooks on for a Saturday morning.
Celebrate the food of South Florida at SoFloTaste.com. It's the place to ask me a question or make a comment, especially good comments. Again, SoFloTaste.com. Now back to the cooking.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste, and of course our 4th of July cookout. Look at everything, how beautiful it is. By the way, these ribs, if I can just break that open to show you, are so gorgeously tender. Oh my goodness gracious. So good. And I wonder how it would be with a chaser of my beautiful clerico. Let's see. I think we done good, everybody. I'm pretty happy. I sure hope I gave you some recipes for your 4th of July cookout. An all-American backyard or beach or park cookout is a great way to celebrate America's birthday. I hope you can do it for your friends and family. Next week, I'm cooking with the family stone, fruit. I'll be giving you recipes for all those fruits with the pit in the middle, so join me in the next SoFlo Taste. Now, here she comes, Elena Capra, host of SoFlo Home Project. Good morning, Elena. What's next on SoFlo Home Project, and happy 4th.
Hi, Michelle. Good morning. So today I'm doing a little food prep as well, but in a decorative way. Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, we share with you some tasty and decorative fun ideas of creative food art that are sure to be a hit at any gathering.
So Taste Buds, thanks for watching, and please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all here next week. Goodbye, good taste, and happy 4th. Mwah.